What's going on, guys? This is your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like Caitlin Clark is going viral after Team USA updates her headshot and changed her bio information. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Well, I hope everybody's having a great day today. We got some Caitlin Clark content. So it looked like Team USA wraps up the weekend with a lot of footage coming out. Now, the numbers, I was very interested to see how everybody was going to take to Caitlin Clark.
The internet erupted in excitement as soon as Caitlin Clark's official Team USA page became public. She had a completely updated bio and a new image. This was a proclamation rather than merely an update. Whispers were confirmed, and her position on the international scene was cemented when the buzz erupted right away. However, the real consequences for the WNBA's future were much more dire than anyone was willing to acknowledge. There was more to this unexpected, widely shared announcement than just a headshot. For a whole league on the verge, it was a high-stakes gamble. Her every action and viral moment was disproportionately crucial due to the quiet around the WNBA's catastrophic financial situation. Was this a last-ditch effort or the beginning of a new era?
They ain't interested in Caitlin Clark or the women's basketball genre. I just got to keep it real, man, and I will be one. So forever keep it real about the genre, bro, because everybody else buying views and lying to y'all, buying subscribers. I ain't doing none of that. I'm going to keep it real and keep it transparent with you guys to let you know exactly how Caitlin Clark hype is going. That's what we built this whole thing off of, Caitlin Clark hype. And I got to be the Caitlin Clark hype information native person. Now, with that being said, we know Caitlin Clark is definitely set to make a return if we have a 2026 season. We don't have any updates on the CBA negotiations.
She added more than just a new photo to her Team USA profile. It declared a change. Fans started speculating on Caitlin Clark's physical preparedness as soon as they saw the revised headshot, which showed a slimmer, more focused Caitlin Clark. This was more than just a cosmetic adjustment. For a player with the potential to completely transform the women's game worldwide, it was a purposeful signal and a new visual identity. Just the images conveyed a strong message, heightening the excitement surrounding her return to the court and laying the groundwork for what many anticipated would be a pivotal new chapter. The response on the internet was swift and enormous.
I'm here to tell you, if we do not have a CBA signed by March or April, we gonna be in trouble. We gonna be in some serious trouble with the WNBA coming back for the 2026 season. Lockout is where you don't want it to go, bro, because we got to look at the algorithm now. The viewership now is down, and what's going to be well, we really can't go off Unrivaled because Unrivaled didn't do very big numbers last year. Had Unrivaled been a success, now I'll be like, okay, we could check out Unrivaled, see how their numbers look.
Beyond the image, her professional bio underwent an unusual makeover that listed her rookie season accomplishments in nearly legendary detail. It highlighted her incredible 19 assists and record-breaking 37 three-pointers in a single game. These are more than just numbers. They are evidence of a debut season that changed the record books and solidified her reputation as an unstoppable force. The fact that these accomplishments were officially acknowledged by Team USA highlighted the tremendous pressure that now rests entirely on her shoulders, making every subsequent performance a high-stakes affair.
Practice thing. That's why we got to hype Caitlin up, and that's why we got to keep this thing going, because if not, man, this was a one-hit wonder. I just got to keep it real. Now, with that being said, man, we got to head on over to X, check out what is the updates coming out about our girl, CC. So this was the updates coming out about Caitlin Clark today. Shout out to off-season Caitlin Clark sources. Off-season Caitlin Clark sources be having the sources. They stated Caitlin Clark profile headshot has been updated on Team USA. So this is the new and improved looking Caitlin Clark. Now, as y'all can see here from this picture, judging by her shoulders,
her remarkable influence was further highlighted in the amended bio, which revealed that she broke the rookie scoring record with an incredible 709 points. Even more astounding, she became the first rookie in league history to record a triple-double. These weren't just achievements. They were proclamations of a generational talent that was coming with a powerful impact. The overwhelming dominance she demonstrated in her first season, which Team USA has now formally recognized, paints a picture of a player whose impact goes beyond what is usually expected of a rookie.
USA, so this is the new and improved looking Caitlin Clark. Now, as y'all can see here from this picture, judging by her shoulders, she lost a lot of weight. But this is the Caitlin we want to see. See, this is the Caitlin that shoot logo threes. And judging off the footage that came out this weekend, there was a lot of logo threes coming out. Now, something else we're going to talk about is Annie Constable being the first reporter to do a sit-down interview and talk about what she's seen when she was granted access to see Caitlin Clark. We're going to talk about that shortly. Now, something else that offseason did was updated this. This is Caitlin Clark Professional.
As she continued to get recognition, she was named the 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year, making history as the third Fever player to do so. The real surprise, though, was that she was the fifth rookie in league history to be selected to the All-WNBA first team, a feat no rookie had accomplished since 2009. This is more than simply compliments. It's an indisputable confirmation of her instant, significant influence. Her quick rise to elite rank put her in a genuinely unique position, which fueled the enthusiasm that went viral.
It truly does. Now, moving on to something else. Now, Annie Constable sat down with the indie star yesterday, and I didn't watch this whole thing. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I would have thought this did better, bro. I would have thought this interview right here did good. You know, I truly would have thought, and for this interview not to have 1,000 views is crazy work. So, me being the nice guy that I am, I'm going to hype up y'all interview, Chloe. See, I don't want any smoke or nothing like that. I want to see everybody win. Just win the right way. Don't buy views. Don't buy subscribers. Do it the right way. Now, this is the indie starter. Go Hank there, Annie Cox.
However, the WNBA as a whole faced a dismal reality behind the surface of Caitlin Clark's soaring profile. After players rejected the most recent proposal, the league became mired in and halted CBA talks. The 2026 season was seriously threatened by this crucial deadlock, and a lockout might occur as early as March or April. Every piece of positive news and every viral moment for Clark served as a desperate lifeline for a league on the verge of collapse because the future of women's basketball was in jeopardy.
Players, and so seeing this group come in for their first senior national team camp was exciting. And I think there's a lot of work that obviously needs to be done. I mean, Caitlin coming off of this injury, this was kind of the first time that we all have seen her operating at 100% since her injury. And she herself admitted, like, even though I feel like I'm at 100, there's still a lot of things that a lot of rust that I need to shake off. So I just think seeing these young players come in for the first time was...
The discovery that current WNBA viewership figures are really declining raised the stakes. The story of enormous expansion that is frequently connected to Clark's entrance was clearly contradicted by this stark reality, which revealed a terrifying weakness. The league is in grave danger for its 2026 season in the absence of a new CBA and with declining participation. Because of this underlying catastrophe, Clark's viral moments become urgent, essential markers of possible survival rather than joyous milestones.
Which anyone, I think, who watches Caitlin's game knows that's an area that needs to improve. And so watching her against Kelsey Plum was funny, just because again, this is something we know, like anybody who watches basketball knows that that's a part of Caitlin's game that stands to improve. So yeah, watching her go up against Kelsey was and still knowing that she has this rust to shake off was a bit telling. And then seeing her and Paige on each other, I think I don't think it's a
brutally honest but contentious assessment emerged. The future of the WNBA appears bleak. Despite the Caitlin Clark phenomena, the league's vulnerability was shown by this sharp statement that openly challenged the optimistic ideas of many old guard supporters. It implied that the present hoopla would be short-lived and leave the league in an even more perilous position than before, without significant intervention and ongoing genuine interest. The reality was considerably more uncomfortable than the popular narrative suggested. A volatile and frightening truth was exposed by the raw data on Caitlin Clark's own hype cycle. Her return to the court saw highly erratic viewership figures at first, rising and falling until finally plunging. This growth was not sustained. The audience's involvement was erratic, indicating that a sizable percentage either lost interest soon or weren't continually engaged. Although the viral status was clear, its depth and sustainability were still seriously in doubt. The unsettling reality was validated by an unwavering, open analysis. While many individuals are still interested in Caitlin Clark and the larger women's basketball genre, many others are not. This open disclosure reveals a split audience and dispels the notion of universal appeal. It highlights the critical need to transform ephemeral interest into real, long-lasting participation, particularly if the league wants to avoid being a one-hit wonder. Throughout the talk, the one-hit wonder warning reverberated menacingly. The WNBA faces a disastrous collapse if the current wave of Caitlin Clark-driven hype cannot be maintained and translated into steady viewership. The dire forecast indicates that the league's ambitious ambitions for the 2026 season, including a new CBA, would never come to pass without this vital momentum that a single player is under tremendous pressure to secure the future of an entire league, which is a terrifying prospect. In the midst of the high-stakes financial drama, Caitlin Clark's performance at the Team USA camp caught everyone's attention. This was a crucial milestone for her comeback because it was the first time she had operated at full capacity since her injury. However, she acknowledged that she still had a lot of rust to get rid of. Despite the physical change shown in her new Team USA headshot, this frank admission dampened expectations by noting the lengthy road back to peak condition. Despite the acknowledged rust, her performance at the camp showed positive signals, according to observers. Fans hoping to witness her long-range sorcery found solace in the fact that her hallmark shot remained intact. She was regaining her speed, which was an essential part of her game, and her timing on passing was still rather spectacular. Even though she was still recovering from the aftereffects of her injuries, these glances gave hope that her recuperation was going well. Her defense, however, was an obvious area that needed work. It was said to be telling to watch her struggle against Kelsey Plum's passion, confirming what many in the basketball world already knew. Her defensive deficiencies against elite talent provided as a sobering reminder of the work yet ahead for the Finum. Given this was a camp intended for evaluation rather than cuts, the reality was obvious. The camp revealed another fascinating dynamic: the sight of Paige Bueckers and Caitlin Clark together on the court. It was more important to assess how these two players will work together in the future than to compete. If the WNBA itself survives its current existential problems, this glimpse into a possible future combination sparked conjecture and offered an enticing prospect of a new era of Team USA basketball. The first WNBA reporter allowed access to discuss seeing Caitlin Clark at camp in a perplexing turn of events. Surprisingly, few people watched the 2-hour interview that Chloe Peterson of the Indy Star conducted. Although the movie offered insightful analysis of Clark's performance, it was at only 452 views, which stands in sharp contrast to the viral excitement surrounding Clark's Team USA profile update. This discrepancy prompted unsettling inquiries concerning the true location of persistent interest. The deep irony was highlighted by the limited audience for such a groundbreaking interview that provided exclusive insights about Clark's 100% post-injury performance. The substantial reporting on her actual performance struggled to get traction, while her image and statistics went viral. This signaled a preference for superficial involvement over deeper analysis, which is a troubling trend for a league that sorely needs true informed interests to grow. The stakes are really high. Caitlin Clark's on-court performance and ongoing viral success are not just about her personal legacy. They are closely associated with the WNBA's struggle for survival, as a potential lockout might jeopardize the 2026 season and lower total viewership. Every headline, every highlight, and every period of prolonged attention becomes a pivotal conflict in a far bigger struggle for the league's survival. Clark is under tremendous, possibly unheard of string. She is more than simply a player. She has unintentionally become the leader of a league that is fighting for survival. Her capacity to enthrall audiences and encourage participation on and off the court is now a direct determinant of the WNBA's future, confronting the tough realities of a divided fan base and a possible financial collapse. Therefore, the real story isn't only about a player going viral. Even though her Team USA profile upgrade caused shockwaves and signaled a new, hailed face, it concerns a league that is on the verge of collapse. One generational talent is in charge of its precarious future, and she is in dire need of every second to turn transient excitement into the foundation of long-term success before time runs out.